Alright, what's going on, guys? Boss on here. I am back with another video, and just to let you guys know, I'm not sure if you guys noticed this, but I noticed my voice kind of sounds a little bit different than others. That's because I got a new phone, so that's why I kind of sound a little bit different. But today I got a story time that is a remastered version of an old story time that I was doing a little bit of a sub-series here on this channel, and that is remastering old story times that are not really well explained or just have very garbage gameplay. However, because for the sake of that old video, I'm going to be having FNAF gameplay here. I know you guys like the Call of Duty gameplay, but I'm just going to stick with the FNAF gameplay just for this video. I mean, if you like the FNAF gameplay, just let me know in the comments, and I'll put it in the next story time or whatever I'm gonna do. But yeah, grab your snacks, drinks, whatever you need, get ready for a story time, and let's get into the story. Those times where spoiled kids and attention seekers would piss the teacher off.
Advice for you, get it jumping, I'm just trying to get some hands up. I've been thinking, yeah, my mind is pretty jammed up.
So something I kind of noticed that this video is going to be mixed with the newest video I posted. I think it's a title called I Had a Beef with a Teacher. But the thing is, the reason why it's kind of a little bit mixed with that video is because the teacher we're going to be talking about is literally the same teacher as that video. And everyone knows that sometimes teachers can get a little bit strict at times. Well, they can at times get a little bit mad if the class gets out of control. And unfortunately at my middle school, like 50% of the school was filled with attention seekers. Like every time I would come to school, I would see spoiled kids or even like TikTok girls just making TikTok dances at the front of the school, which is kind of annoying off start considering TikTok is probably one of the most annoyingest apps ever. Actually, let me rephrase that. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but that app contains toxic people, and not just toxic people, but just really bad content. I mean, in other countries, you'll see nice TikTok videos of people doing nice things, but on TikTok here in the United States, it's literally just people dancing and just doing pranks that aren't even good. I mean, sure, there's some funny memes on TikTok that just get reposted to YouTube, in which I know how. The reason why I know that TikTok is bad is because people talk about it on YouTube. But TikTok is an app that if you want to get your brain a headache, like, oh, you want to get a very bad headache and not get good sleep? Oh, go ahead. Here's TikTok. Spend 10 hours on it. It's like not really good. But anyhow, out of all the teachers here in the school, there's this one math teacher that just does not like all the students. I mean, sure, there's some that behave well, including me, even though I had some beef, but I just learned to shut up in class due to that one incident, which is in the news video. Yet basically the incident is where I kind of become one of the class clowns in the class, and I just shut my mouth because I just learned to, not just interrupt the class like every kid should. No kid should just interrupt the class randomly unless you have very good jokes. Yes, jokes can leave a good time. However, if it doesn't land in the room, people are not gonna like it, and it's just gonna give a bad look. But here in our middle school, just like our strict teachers here, nothing compares to this one teacher that I have in my math class, which we're gonna be calling Mr. Lecter. I don't know where that name came from, but we're just gonna name him that name because he seems like a great name for a math teacher that's very strict. And something about Mr. Lecter is that he looks like a chill dude, because he kind of looks like someone that would be fresh out of college. Well, the thing is that he's married, he's very old. He's not like very old, but he's old enough to be like an average adult, like what, 30 or like 32. I don't know his age, his actual age. But in real life, if you're a teacher, he's literally probably one of the most strict teachers that you'll ever have. He's basically like a college professor. Well, no, probably one of those strict high school teachers. I guess you can say he's a college professor. Anyways, enough about talk about Mr. Lecter. About the two story times we're going to be talking about in this very short story time that I guess will probably be short concerning it's two. But one incident is during the first period of the class. Well, no, This was during the start of the class where I just come into the room, I just come in with a pencil, get ready to learn, write. I think what we were learning is we were learning stuff about functions and quadratics, but like that stuff, that's pretty easy. But wait until you get to senior high school level math, that's math 2. Something about math 2 I absolutely hate is that shit is very hard to do. Like, if you're just a run of the mill trying to get through high school, you're gonna have a very bad time, trust me. I mean, unless you can get through it, then I respect you enough, because you will be already a champion soldier, like you just came from the military, if you even survived through 4 years of math. Because if you want to go to college, you have to get 4 years in math, well, at least in what state I live in. Anyways, as people came into the classroom, kind of started to get a little bit noisy. Some kids just came in just talking quietly until it was a little bit louder. Then it was a little bit louder. And last but not least, we have the spoiled attention seeker kids that just came in laughing, just on their phones, like they're looking at their phones. I'm pretty sure they were scrolling through TikTok or Instagram. While I'm just sitting here, I'm just here to ready to learn, to sit here and learn some new math material. But suddenly, Mr. Lecter gets up from his chair and was about to say something, because he of course did not like that. He did not like people yelling in his classroom for absolutely no reason, or maybe other reasons because they're distracted. And then he yells, "Everyone get out of the classroom right now. You guys are on your phones. You guys are talking very loudly. You guys have broke so many rules. Get out of the classroom. We are talking right now outside." In which, when he yelled, that kind of caught me off guard, because I'm pretty sure anyone can relate to this. But do you know that one person that just has a very strong aura? Aura. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Apparently that's a word. I think those are the same word, but some people just say it differently. But you know that one person that just has a strong aura, you tend to not want to mess with that person. That's basically the person Mr. Lecter was. And so we all went outside, and I kind of jumped out of my chair because I didn't want to mess with this guy, but also the fact that he yelled very loudly. But we all went outside, and Mr. Lecter comes out of his classroom, and he says of how we're all disrespectful and that we broke so many rules these past weeks, and he just couldn't deal with it anymore. So what he decides to do is that when we come to the classroom, in all respectfully, he's gonna have a talk with us, and basically, because now anything you don't do or anything you do that isn't right, or what he says, basically you'll get 5 minutes of lunch detention. That includes getting out of your seat without asking the teacher if you need to go to the bathroom, or any time at all you get lunch detention. That includes looking at your cell phone or anything else, you get 5 minutes of lunch detention. But it's all the attention seekers' fault, because they're basically disrupting everything, and I mean everything. There's gonna be that one person that does something wrong, and that's everyone's fault. It's like, you gotta be kidding me? Really? You really want to extend this time of lunch detention? I don't know. I don't think so. So the last story time I'm going to be telling about of Mr. Lecter being pissed off is when someone was literally on their Chromebook while doing a math lesson. No cahoots. We weren't doing cahoots. We were doing written hand paper math lesson. And so this all happens when we're in the middle of a math class, and Mr. Lecter says, "Hey, I'm going to using the restroom. I'll be right back. None of you do anything. Do not look at your phones. If one of the aides catches you on your phone, you're guys going to be getting 1 minute of a lunch detention," which is not something I really want. I have places to go. I'm very busy. I was a very busy middle schooler, unfortunately. But Mr. Lecter gets up and says, "Hey everyone, I'm going to use the restroom. If any of my aides catch you going on your phone or do anything else that's not class related, you're going to get like 5 minutes of lunch detention," or blah, 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 some other crap that he was talking about. And so he uses the restroom and he closed the door. And so one of the kids goes on a Chromebook while the teacher is not even looking. For some reason, the aides aren't looking. I'm pretty sure they're on their phones playing Candy Crush or something like that. But this kid, we're going to be calling Jimmy here. Jimmy gets on his Chromebook, and you know what he goes on? He goes on Fortnite. He gets out a mouse and he starts playing Fortnite. And everything right off the bat, like, is not going good because he's already losing. I mean, he was playing Team Rumble, so you're most likely gonna get like destroyed every time. But he was playing Team Rumble, and he literally gets destroyed because we can hear the sounds of him dying every time he goes to a new area or like he lands. Like, we just hear him get one-shotted, and so every time he does that, he like slams on the table. And that's my water bottle noise. I was trying to make like something here. Okay, something louder as like that. But he would just rage like very loudly, and at first it was like small rages, like he would slam on his desk, but then it went to like hard slamming, and then just him yelling. But for some reason the aides didn't bother to check on him, because I'm pretty sure they don't want to deal with a spoiled kid that's screaming and raging on Fortnite. I'm pretty sure he hasn't touched grass in ages and probably drinks Monster Energy. But right as the game was ending, and you know that sound, not the Victory Royale sound, but you know the sound where it's like defeated or whatever, like that defeated sound at the end of the game, like T-Mobile ends that, and as soon as that sound hits, like we just see the kid just takes the Chromebook and slams on his desk saying, "I hate this game. I do not want to play this stupid game anymore. I want to go home." But like as soon as that happens, guess who comes back to the classroom? Mr. Lecter. And yeah, Mr. Lecter comes back to the classroom, and everyone just has their jaw dropping, because everyone knows that things are now gonna go downhill. But then ultimately, we hear him say, "What are you doing?" And so the kid looks behind him, and he sees Mr. Lecter, and his face goes pale white, because he knows he's about to get that lunch detention. So what ends up happening is that the kid doesn't get lunch detention, but he gets after school suspension. Not suspension, but after school detention. He basically sat in a room for not 5 hours, but like 2 hours, and it wasn't very long, but he got in some trouble, and I'm pretty sure that's what happens if you disrupt or like break any rules, because that was one of them, because he just took out his Chromebook and started playing Fortnite. But yeah, those are the last moments of my strict math teacher getting pissed off at students. But I wasn't really expecting this to be a very long story. I was expecting this video to be shorter, like what, 7 minutes, but it came to this because I guess I had put in much more detail, which was the goal, was to tell us in much more best detail possible. However, last but not least, I would really appreciate it if you guys can press the like button. However, if you don't press the like button, then Freddy Fazbear from FNAF is gonna come to your house and steal all your electricity, so you won't have access to the internet. But yeah, I hope you guys again enjoy this story time. I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here. Peace.